it's too hard to like not eat all the donuts.
That's when we started to
hate each other. Hi guys, and welcome to, I have no idea what day Vlogmas it is, but today I have a video for you which is the outtakes of a conversation that me and Dan TDM had regarding the tour and about the show. We sat down when we were in Australia and we reminisced. We had our producer asking us some questions, and this is the video for you. I found the footage that I didn't really know I still had. They didn't use it in the DVD, and so I thought it would be a shame not to share it with you guys. So here is a little, I don't know what you would call it. Here is a little interview with me and Dan TDM regarding the tour. What would you say are your favourite moments from like the whole tour?
It's hard to pick a favourite moment because we've been doing it for so long and so much has happened on each tour. Over that amount of time, so much has happened. But I think one of my favourites is just being able to see so much of the world while, I guess, doing your job is crazy. Like, so quickly as well. We've seen, I would say, about half the world in a year and a half. Which is actually insane. Yes. Like, to think as well that I love the fact that we've gone to places that we wouldn't necessarily like even go on holiday to. Yeah. Nashville was actually ended up being one of my favourite places, and I would never even have thought to go there. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I love that, seeing different cultures. Sometimes just seeing 4 major cities in 4 days. Yeah. It's crazy. Yeah. And don't you think it's like, see different cultures just even in like one country, like America, every sort of place had a different feel to it, and yeah, how people were different. Like that was really cool. Yeah, I love that. So the tour bus that we got to have in America, was it what you expected? I don't know. I assumed it would be a really kind of like stuffy, not awkward experience, but like I guess, yeah, an awkward experience because you're living with people that you've never lived with before. Yeah. You're pretty much living as like a brand new family almost for 6 to 7 weeks, which doesn't sound great, but it actually was a lot of fun. Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? Because actually, like, it could have been awful if there was only, 3 of us on the bus, but like, actually, apart from, I'm sure that I annoyed Jason because I would leave my stuff everywhere, it actually like worked. Like, I actually looked forward to like the show and then getting on the bus and it feeling like home. Yeah, we could just fall asleep in one place, usually in one state, not just a city, wake up in another. Yeah. I love that. A different time zone even. Different time zones. Yeah, that was awesome. And as well, like, just having nice drivers. Our first driver, like, both our drivers, we had 2 different drivers, and both of them were awesome. Yeah, they were great.
What is it like when you have, and how many of us were there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people on a bus?
Oh yeah.
That is the length of a normal hotel room. And you were being really polite and everything was good, but actually what did you really think about having 5 people in place on the road?
You know what, we are very lucky because all the people on the tour are so nice. Yeah. Because you could easily, if you clash with someone, it would be a really awkward experience. Especially because I think I could be quite opinionated and loud and annoying, so like it was good to just be around people that didn't mind that so much, because we could easily have definitely got on each other's nerves a lot more. Yeah, and over 6 weeks. Yeah, like over 6 weeks, you'd eventually, like, the honeymoon period would wear off. Yeah. But I don't ever feel like there was a point where I'd be like, oh yeah, that's when we started to hate each other.
Yeah, come on, because the camera's not running anymore. Yeah. Who did you really hate?
No one.
Honestly, no one.
Like, we were so lucky.
Yeah, I agree.
That, like, obviously there's people that I would get on with way less. I think, like, me, you and Jason on the bus, like, it was just, it was so lovely. And Jason is a very good person to have, because like if we were quiet or whatever, like Jason would always have something to talk about. Yeah. Stuff.
And it was also good that he was such a big part of the tour as well, because you could do tour talk, and then when you needed to do that you could, but then you could also switch off.
Do you end up when you're on such a long journey, do you end up sort of getting having quite deep conversations.
You know what we actually did?
Yeah.
It wasn't rare to have, say, like a 2-hour conversation. Because
Okay.
I guess, yeah, because we didn't have, because obviously you're traveling, you need signal for the movies and stuff to work.
Yeah.
We eventually just didn't use it
Yeah.
and just end up talking for hours.
We like rarely like we watched Wolf of Wall Street one night.
We did, yeah.
And I actually don't think we really watched any more telly.
No.
Considering that could have, because easily, like, oh, should we just put on a film?
Yeah.
We actually ended up just chatting most of the time.
Yeah.
Or we'd sit being quiet on our laptops, but...
Yeah, do work first, then end up in
Yeah.
a deep chat.
Yeah.
And copious amounts of tea. Not me, because I don't really drink tea, but I'm surprised
Yeah.
Dan hasn't turned into a cup of tea.
We could also talk about the M&Ms.
Oh. Yeah, don't drink tea, but I do eat lots of M&Ms.
We ate a lot of M&Ms.
A lot of M&Ms.
How many sweets do you think were consumed on this
Oh my
entire
goodness.
tour?
We kept M&Ms in business.
Yeah, because the driver would fill them up too.
Yeah, so you'd be like, oh, he didn't really eat many, but no, he's just come and topped them up.
While you sleep.
So, because that's really bad, isn't it? Because you survive on sugar and caffeine and
If that's a handful of M&Ms, sometimes it's just
What
what it
you've
has to
gotta
be.
all those things. And actually, what you should be doing is surviving on being really healthy and
You should
I
do.
was good at the exercise.
You know what, yeah, you were.
I was good at the exercise, but it's too hard to like not eat all the donuts. But we did in our room, so we'd have like our rider had Elspeth made us have vegetables and fruit, and
Yeah.
we got given like platters of it.
Sometimes 2 platters.
Big ones as well, like family size platters.
What was it like walking into those theatres for the first time?
Amazing, because every theatre is different. We've never done a theatre that is... There's some that have been similar, but not identical. All of them have something about them that makes them unique, and then that in turn makes the experience of the show different as well. So, yeah, it's always a crazy experience to stand on the stage when it's empty, and then later on in the day stand on the stage when it's full. You just get completely different experiences every single time, which is part of what I love about doing the live shows. Is you do get a different experience from your fans straight away every single time.
And you've now seen fans in 60 cities across the world.
60, yeah.
It's got to be something like that, isn't it? 50 or 60 cities.
It must be, because we did close to, what, 40, 45 just in the US, so it
Yeah.
must be.
How extraordinary is it to finally sort of get out and meet fans across the world?
What is extraordinary, especially because we did the UK, I'm from the UK, so we did like, how did we do, 32 shows in 16 different places in the UK. So I kind of expected people to know about me, I guess, because that's where I'm from, but then we went straight to Sydney, and just being able to physically travel 2 days worth across the other side of the world, and have people still know what I do and enjoy what I do enough to come to see shows and like fill them up is insane. I can't describe how I still can't quite get my head around everyone in different cities around the world knows what I do, which is, yeah, literally cannot get my head around it.
And there was a lot of love in those theatres, wasn't there, when you walked on stage?
Yeah, one of my favourite moments, there's 2 of my favourite moments in the show, which is the beginning and end. So when I first arrive on the stage, and then when we're doing the bows at the end, those are my favourite bits, just because you can just feel the energy. We don't ask them, we don't expect, like, obviously when you set up a joke you expect the response, but when of their own accord they're just like cheering you because they've enjoyed what you've done is unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable.
One of the things is obviously the fans everywhere you go, they're so behind the show. But
So I'll steal this from the producer of the show. He says that the audience is the 3rd character in the show, which is the perfect analogy to put on them. Is because there's two real world characters, which is me and Eve, but there's also the 3rd character, the audience. If they're not there, the show isn't a complete show, really.
Yeah, because it wouldn't be the same without the interaction with them.
Yeah.
Like, they kind of actually like form how the show's gonna go.
They do. So there is a script, obviously, but what I love about our show is we've done it so many times, but every single one has had these slight different quirks. But that's because the audience are so involved, I think. So depending on how they react to certain things, and especially traveling around the world, the different audiences around the world definitely react differently to certain things.
Yeah.
That's what's made it such a fun experience. It's not the same every time. There's the loose boundaries of a script, but then the audience then interject every now and then to make it literally unique every time.
And you know what I found amazing, because this is what I didn't know who Dan was before I got the job. And so then when I did, and I still didn't get it, and then you go on tour and you see your fans, and honestly, like, it's so inspirational to see what you do, but to see how like Dan is with, like, how you are with your fans and how they are with you, like, but just how you inspire them and how connected they feel to you. That is just really inspiring to see and to watch. I think it's amazing.
I think that's great from them as well, is being so receptive to the new stuff that I and we put out there, because Eve is a brand new character. Before the YouTube Red show came out, she was a brand new character. They would have never seen anything before with Eve in. But almost 5 minutes after you come on stage, they're like, Eve's the best.
And then there was that moment, wasn't there, when sort of with Danny being, I'm going to go back a bit, when Danny being the new girl, and Eve was sort of unrecognised at the beginning, and then suddenly, because you were on the channel, and he's like, someone you may have met before, and everyone's just then shouting Eve. That was a journey through the.
That was like super cool, because it's like really nerve-wracking to like come, like, do a show. Obviously, like, they're all there to see, to see Dan and stuff, and you don't know how you're gonna be received at all. Like, the kid's gonna hate me. And so, like, especially at first it was scary, and then the US tour was when Dan and Friends came out. I can't even explain that. When they're like, Eve, you just get such a like warm, bubbly feeling inside, because you're like, hey. Yeah, it feels really, really nice. And it's been really nice to see like Eve as a character evolve like that as well. Do
you also feel like that Eve is a character, but is also like half and half? It's you and Eve mixed together? Yeah. Which
I think what's great is Ben, our director, did like kind of give me free rein to, like, even in the audition, it was me. And even though the bits, like, I don't do science, I'm not very good at binary, but like, I know this sounds really corny, but I had this thought yesterday, and the reason why I feel like I love Eve is because I think that I really want like the message to be like, you're not necessarily going to be like really good at everything you do. I just feel like she has like complete courage of her convictions. Like, she totally, even when she can't dance or sing, like, she goes for it. And doesn't mind doesn't even mind when people don't laugh at her jokes. I just love that, because I think that should be drilled into kids, to just be like completely open and own everything you do. Yeah, I love you. I hope that you enjoyed the video. I hope that there was a little insight into how we felt about the tour. We were both very, very grateful, enjoyed every second of it, and I am still so thankful that this last year and a half I got to have, and I got to experience it with Dan and all the other team, and I don't know if I'll ever have a job just as good. It taught me so much. It gave me an oomph and a passion about the stuff I want to do, and I am so very happy that I had that experience. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Subscribe, like, and I will see you in the next one. Okay, bye!